On BaseballBoston's Mookie Betts got a Gatorade bath after a 3-homer game against the Kansas City Royals last week. CreditElise Amendola / Associated Press. Chris Sale is a spectator in the Bronx this week, just another guy who wishes he could play. It's Red Sox and Yankees. There's always going to be somewhat for this series, Sale said on Tuesday. It's got a lot of everything: the history, two good teams playing well, one of the toughest divisions in baseball. It's going to pop out to people. It pops out so much that Major League Baseball is bringing the series to London next June. Alas, because Sale pitched for the Red Sox on Sunday, he will miss this edition. Like another star Boston left-hander, David Price, the Red Sox sent Price to Boston for tests after he cut short a bullpen session Sunday because of numbness in his pitching hand. "We've been taking care of these guys from day one, spring training, the first month of the season," Red Sox manager Alex Cora said. "And as soon as I heard what was going on, I think we're better off for him to see what's going on, do more tests and go from there and make a decision." For Price, who has struggled since feeling the same sensation in his last start against the Yankees on a frosty April night at Fenway Park, it was probably just as well. The Yankees are hotter than they have been in almost 65 years, winning again on Tuesday, 3-2, behind 2 homers from Giancarlo Stanton. It was the Yankees' 16th victory in 17 games, their best stretch since 1953, and they are tied with Boston for the major's best record, at 25-10. "Clean baseball on both sides," said Mookie Betts, who tripled in a run and is hitting .360. "Kind of what the fans like to see, and what we enjoy playing. It was clean as in no fights, unlike last month, when the teams brawled in Boston and the Yankees lost 2 of 3. The Red Sox had stood alone atop the American League East every day since then, but now the Yankees have caught them. This place is alive," said Cora, whose last visit to Yankee Stadium was for the AL Championship Series, as the Houston Astros bench coach. "I lived it last year in the playoffs. They're showing up early, and they're loud." The Yankees won every home game last postseason, but the Astros stopped them short of the World Series, despite hitting just .187 in the ALCS. They handled the Red Sox's pitching much better in the first round, scorching Boston's tired arms for a .333 average and winning 3 of 4. Price was a reliever in the postseason, coming back from an elbow injury after making just 11 starts. The Red Sox are paying him an average of $31 million per year through 2022, but they weathered his injury and won the division anyway, and that was with Rick Porcello leading the league in losses, 17, hits allowed, 236, and homers allowed, 38. Image Rick Porcello getting back to the dominance that earned him the 2016 American League Cy Young Award has helped make up for a less-than-stellar year by David Price. Credit Richard W. Rodriguez / Associated Press. Porcello will move up a day and start on Wednesday, with Eduardo Rodriguez on Thursday, and he is back to being one of baseball's best, with a 2.14 ERA, and an AL best 9.2 strikeouts per walk. Porcello won the Cy Young Award in 2016 but has revamped his pitch mix since then, using more changeups and sliders. His sinker, a risky pitch in the age of the launch angle, is better, too. "He's in that sweet spot now," said Brian Bannister, Boston's assistant pitching coach. "He's getting a lot of depth on his changeup and a lot of depth on his sinker." The Red Sox backed off their starters' workloads in spring training, planning to avoid another exhausted October. The same teams should meet again, in some combination, considering that the Astros, 2.66, the Yankees, 3.43, and the Red Sox, 3.45, had the 3 lowest ERAs in the AL before Tuesday. The problem for either the Yankees or the Red Sox is that one will be consigned to a wild card play-in game as the season goes on, especially if these teams remain as good as they look now. That will create a layer of anxiety that never existed in the early 2000s, when the lone wild card team was guaranteed a division series. That's definitely not going through my mind. It's May, it's way too early," said Boston's J.D. Martinez, who played in the wild-card game last October for Arizona. "Obviously there's a danger to it, because it's a one-game elimination. But it's fun. That's a game that is good for baseball. It makes it exciting." Martinez, who signed in February for 5 years and about $110 million, led the majors in slugging percentage last season for Detroit and Arizona. He has helped the Red Sox recharge their lineup, plugging into the power they were missing last season, after David Ortiz's retirement. When they hit the fewest homers in the AL, these Red Sox led the majors in slugging percentage before Tuesday's game, at .460, with 13 homers from Betts and 8 from Martinez. They also led the majors in doubles, with 85, and were tied for 6th in homers, with 46. "Home runs are cool, home runs are welcome," Torres said. "But one thing they're doing is doing damage with 2 strikes, which I saw last year firsthand with the Astros. Mookie did it at Fenway 3 times." Cora was referring to Betts' second 3-homer game of the season, which came last week at Fenway against Kansas City's Danny Duffy. Betts, who is 25, has 4 3-homer games in his career, more than Hank Aaron and Babe Ruth combined. "You see a lot of star players that have a lot of ability and think they know everything, and I don't feel like he's one of those," Martinez said. "He's one that wants to know why. The why about this Red Sox season has been easy to answer. Why have they been so dominant? They're doing everything right, but so are the Yankees. This is, indeed, what the fans like.